Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's got it on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Second down.
They ran it on first down, now on second. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
He'll keep it himself. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Brady. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. They'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, look out, there he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense getting close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Throws to the tight end. Hauls it in. Afterburner's coming. Running inside the 20. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This is a designed run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a race.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Brady. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Makes him talk to the hand. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They want to run this quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
3rd and short now from their own 48. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now, 4th down.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Handoff from the gun. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Going with the ground game left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, being able to make in the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The field goal is no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Potts. Spins away with great balance. All kinds of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Gonna run it. It's straight. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the single back. He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making it.
And the ball's on the ground. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the 2nd ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Proctor. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He got it. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 17 over Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work.
Timeout, Auburn.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff to the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
That defender did not care that the running back was setting up behind him on a screen. He was just thinking one thing and one thing only. See ball, get ball. He did that.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Waning seconds in the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Catch in the middle, it's Marks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. It's a draw. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Proctor. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
On the move. Quarterback gets the first down. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Brady. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to savor.
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will put him up here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Brady. He's right on target. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Running with power. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They believe they can run right here. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. Using his feet. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to pass. It's Brady. They're trying to get to him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Shotgun snap on third down. Got his back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up 14 over Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Brady. Coming after it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the grab down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Rebels are on the move. He wants to throw it again. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Open space at the 25. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, they try to go quarterback design. Defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close at line of scrimmage.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick strike complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. After the incompletion, looking at second down.
691, Gator score. Acorn. Boots.
He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Motion from the offense. On 3rd down, going up top. Working that left side now. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the Rebels are marching down the field. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
A run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to...
Touchdown, Auburn! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
21.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Quarterback keeper. Thrust that arm out. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Shakes off the tackler. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Giving him his pads. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll run this play from the pistol. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to pass, it's Proctor. throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Off play action. Now sliding to his left. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers.